Everybody, welcome to Afterthoughts from Cobrinha here in Los Angeles. Today on the program, we are going to be featuring Paul Schon, who, before starting Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, was actually a D1 wrestler here at UC Davis in California. So, before coming into Jiu-Jitsu, grappling was very familiar to him, which has led him to a very successful career competing in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, including 2 world titles, one at blue belt in the gi and another one a couple years later at brown belt in no gi. So we talk a little bit about his transition from wrestling into Jiu-Jitsu at the end of the show, and in addition to that, Paul also shares his crazy experience that he actually had when he won blue belt worlds. So make sure to stay tuned in at the end for that. In addition to that, make sure that you go to CobrinhaFitness.com to revolutionize the way that you train for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So now, with all of that being said, we will get right into the commentary with Paul, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Alright, so here we have Paul and Ben.
Okay, here we go. I've trained with Ben for like 8 years now, so we know each other's games pretty well. I pull half guard.
It's actually what Ben told me right before we started this roll was, I bet you Paul just goes right into half guard.
There I was actually bluffing going a tornado sweep, but I know I can't lift the guy. He's a big dude. But just keep him thinking, keep him guessing. I'm just trying to grab grips so I can go into deep half guard. But he's putting his weight down pretty well. There he goes, try to pass, so I just recompose. I'm just still trying to work grips and get under for a deep half guard.
What's he doing to keep you away from that deep half?
He's just keeping his weight back down and heavy. He's not coming up on his legs, so I can come in.
You're wanting to get under his hips, yeah?
Yeah, I'm trying to get under his hips, but he stays on his knees, plays more traditional smash pass.
Now talk about what you were trying to do here with this arm.
It's this. I'm trying to get him to roll over, but the only way to work is if he pushes pressure forward.
Yeah, his hips have to be a lot higher for that. Yeah.
And he has to come in forward. He's sinking back because I've caught him in that sweep a few times. There he goes, trying to sweep again, and I turtle a little. There he really threatened the pass, and I'm just patiently waiting to see what he does, trying to avoid not getting the hooks in or getting flattened out. Just being patient to see what offense he's going to do. Trying to grab hand control. I feel hand control is so important when someone's.
Yeah, I think those are the two biggest things. Yeah, is hand control and patience when you're trying to defend a position.
There he's trying to clock choke me, so I did feel the choke a little. He was definitely going into my neck, but I knew it wasn't really tight. He didn't have. And that's what I call abort mission move.
Stand up.
Just stand up and get out of there. So I hit that a lot when someone's threatening the pass. You can just stand up and get out.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're back to half guard. During this training, I had a little bit of a hip flexor injury, so I couldn't really play a lot of open guard.
Okay.
But he's trying to pass. I'm still trying to work my half guard, but he's staying low, so I can't get in on the deep half guard there. I'm trying to get deep half guard or feed his gi under his leg so I can come up on a single leg. There, coming up on a single leg, and he does what I did. He aborted.
Single legs position you're probably pretty familiar with as a D1 wrestler?
Yeah, I love coming up on single legs. They're a good move. If you get there, it's usually a pretty good sweep. I did this kind of, forget the name of it, but it's a modified arm drag with my leg and arm. Got my sweep, trying to pass, but Ben does a good job at basically belly down, which forces me to get the hooks in, but he's really good at sweeping, so then I'm trying to work clock, choke, I gave it up. get him uncomfortable so he makes a mistake, so he can either get the hooks or get the pass.
Gotcha. Now he's stopping you from coming around to the other side here. Is also like you had that grip on his collar, so you weren't really able to like control his hips there and keep him still. So did that like kind of get you away from trying to come around to the other side there?
Yeah. There I try to roll him and try to get his back, but he's tough. There we're just laughing about who's taking bottom because we're both good top players.
You guys both have great base.
Yeah, we both come from wrestler background. Ben also wrestled and I wrestled, so it's hard to sweep us for sure. But it sucks going with him because it's hard to sweep him. And I'm just breaking grips, trying to get my knee slide. And he's got these big calves, so it's hard to wiggle your foot out of there.
Like melons for chaos.
Yeah. So there I do this thing where I just pierce my knee right into his sternum, so it gives him a hard time breathing while I'm going for the collar choke. And the collar choke's more of just a discomfort, so he can give me the pass.
Gotcha.
I know I'm not going to finish him there, even though he was wheezing.
It was actually pretty close, yeah. If we had sound on this, you could hear him wheeze there for a minute.
Yeah, I think the combination of putting your knee into his sternum and the choke, that's got him uncomfortable.
Yeah. That knee into the sternum's good when they, right, because they can, the pressure on their sternum makes them kind of turn to the, like, either side like that, like Ben just did, to try to get that pressure off, and then, they kind of give you that pass. Is that sort of what you were going for?
Exactly. There I'm trying to get the back. Ben's so heavy hip. He's got heavy hips. It's hard to get both hooks in. So I'm just threatening Kimura's and arm bars to get him distracted. There we ran out of bounds. And he's telling me to go down. He doesn't like me on top. He doesn't like my pressure.
Yeah. God, I can't imagine you're a fan of his pressure, though.
No, not at all. So back to half guard.
Now you're trying just to not feel that pressure right there?
No, I'm trying to force some action by coming up so he puts pressure so I can go deep half guard, but he's sagging back on his hips real well. It's hard to do much when they put their weight back. So there I'm trying to get the deep half guard. He's got a mean cross face. You probably learned that from wrestling. It's a lot of fun being down there.
I can imagine. Now here, what are your choices? You obviously don't want that leg to get out so that he can pass, but what can you do to help yourself out here? That bridge, bridge, and then get that pressure out of your face. And there I'm on a single leg. I got the gi under his legs, and he's doing just a good job at putting his weight down. I'm trying to grab that opposite hand to keep so I can get him off balance and sweep him.
No, I know, right? That's even thing never hits.
There I'm coming up on the single leg and he aborts. It would be nice to do some takedowns, but there were a lot of people on the mats.
Crammed in there always. All right, man. Well, that's the roll. So thanks for coming out, brother. Hope you had fun filming and everything. So I know I did. I had a lot of fun watching you.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It's fun watching you because you come from that wrestling background. Like you said, you were a D1 wrestler, right?
Yeah.
At UC Davis?
UC Davis.
Yeah.
UC Davis.
So that's, what was that like to like transition into like
To
playing
jiu-jitsu?
guard and stuff? How weird was that to be on your back?
My first experience with jiu-jitsu, I came as a little bit of an arrogant wrestler.
Yeah.
And I came into jiu-jitsu thinking I was going to smash these guys, and I weigh 180, and this guy who probably weighed 140 choked me 1,000 times. I'm like, I gotta learn this stuff. This is pretty effective. So I realized it was probably the most effective martial art out there. So that's when I started training and fell in love with it. I think I got my blue belt in like 3 months, and then
Oh wow.
after training, and then because I had such a good base, and then I started competing in as a blue belt.
Yeah, absolutely makes sense. So let's. That brings me to the next story that I wanted to talk to you about. Was you won Worlds at blue belt?
Yeah.
How far into your blue belt was that?
That was pretty fast. It was actually a year into me training jiu-jitsu.
So a year into jiu-jitsu, you're winning a blue belt world championship.
I won blue belt worlds, and that was a crazy tournament because there were like 120 people in my weight class, and I got to the semis. I think I submitted just one guy, so it was just grueling matches because I was still a wrestler.
Yeah.
Not that many submissions.
And you had 4 matches coming into this, right?
4 matches, yeah. And then my 5th match, I fought a guy who's a big dude, but I thought he just cut a lot of weight. So I actually ended up beating him, and then they realized that he was in the weight class above me. So he didn't get eliminated. I still had my semis and my finals to go, so I just fought this match for fun.
Yeah, in the middle of your in the middle of Worlds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I ended up fighting 2 more fights and winning the semis and winning the finals. And then, so I won my weight class. I was ecstatic, and then I looked up that guy and I saw him in the medal podium, and he won middle heavy, the weight class above me.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool that I won my weight and I beat the guy who won the middle heavyweight.
Sort of in a way, won middle heavy too.
Exactly. I'll take the title for both.
Yeah, for sure. So you won Worlds at blue. You won Nogi Worlds at brown. Yeah.
Yeah, I won Nogi Worlds at brown belt, my weight, middleweight also, and that was some tough fights on that one as well.
I can imagine.
Yeah, some killers.
And was that while you were here at Cobrinha's when you won that? Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was training with Cobrinha for ADCC, and that just made my level just improve so much because just getting my butt kicked by Cobrinha every day, that's how you improve.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good way to get better.
Exactly.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for coming out. I really do appreciate you coming on, man. It was a lot of fun watching you, so hopefully we'll have you on again soon.
Awesome, Zach. And I want to thank Shoyo Roll. They've supported me and hooked me up with gis all the time, and they're just great guys, and they make awesome gis. So thanks, guys. Thanks to Shoyo Roll team.
For sure, man. Anybody else?
That's it.
All right, brother.
That's it.
I'll take it easy, man. Have a good rest of your day.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That's the show. I hope that you enjoyed Paul's commentary over the Roll with Ben. Make sure that you do go check out his sponsor, Shoyo Roll, at shoyoroll.com. They really do have some of the best and most comfiest gis in the game. In addition to that, make sure that you go to cobrinhafitness.com to check out Cobrinha's newest workout program. And make sure that you go to Cobrinha BJJ YouTube channel to subscribe to our channel so that you can get notifications every time that we put out a new instructional or one of these afterthoughts. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Have a good week.